This week on Around the Monitor, Notch is not invited to a Minecraft reunion, a custom Dreamcast that can play Rage 2, and nothing else. And we got the Sonic movie trailer. This is Chaos Control. Get ready to go Around the Monitor.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of May the 3rd. I'm your host, King Kaiser, and this is the weekly gaming news game show. Every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. If you don't follow us already on YouTube, please do so there, as well as on iTunes. Please leave us a 5-star review. I'll take a 4-star review. If it's 3 stars or lower, don't even bother. But it's a winner joke. Fuck you. First off for this week is the fanciest boy in the land, Dapper Dastard.
Remember, kids, if you think your final's open book, double check that shit, because you will get screwed if it's not.
Oh, Bridge, no.
We've got the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
You fucked me. You fucked me over by putting me second. My bit doesn't work now.
You're always second.
No, I'm always right before
Yeah, you're usually
Ohio.
third.
Yeah.
And we've got the Green Info.
Hey, nice. That's perfect.
Yep.
This is the worst intro.
I was
I've
going to
ever
spoil
done.
Endgame, but I can't if I'm at the last one.
I'm glad you didn't. But anyways, so this week we're kind of going off of what we did last week with the getting everybody to talk about one topic per one. once if they'd like to, they get to choose it based on how they answered the trivia question at the start of the week. But also going along with that, if you'd like to weigh in on a topic that somebody else has chosen, you can choose to do so at the end of their turn, their 2 minutes with the topic. Just kind of ring in and say, hey, I'd also like to talk on that. Preferably, you disagree with them or make other points. If you just say the same shit, it's not really helpful.
Some of these, if I disagree with somebody on, I fucking was snorting something. Holy God. There's like one right decision.
Well, one of us snorting something if you disagree.
That's fair. But alright, so this day, we're recording on May the 2nd. On May the 2nd in 2014, Mario Golf World Tour came out. My trivia question for this week: how many total Mario Golf games have there been?
Worldwide releases or just Japan?
Worldwide.
Or sorry, yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah. And they have to be Mario Golf. We're not talking like the NES game
Sorry,
Golf.
I fucked myself over by that question. Did they have to release worldwide, or do ones that only released in Japan count?
Worldwide.
They had to release. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I think I was
games
fine.
that we here in the States could play.
Yes.
Dude, you don't count Mario and Sonic, do you? Or some shit?
No.
Yeah,
And the title of the game is Mario Golf,
Yeah, it's Mario
et cetera, et
Golf.
cetera.
This is a dumb
do
question.
you
Is
do
there golf
golf
in the Olympics?
Yeah,
You golf
see,
in-
I did go to the
in,
Wikipedia
Mario
article
too.
for it, and it was like, well, there's technically spin-off games if you count the Sonic and I was like, fuck you, no, that's not a Mario Golf
Fuck you,
game.
Wikipedia article.
Mario Party 3 has like the little like nearest to the pin mini.
Yeah,
It was so
yeah,
good.
it did include that too. And I was like, that's not a spin-off
Yeah.
game. Sorry.
Does the title have to specifically be Mario
Yeah.
Golf?
Yes.
Or just fuck.
Start with Mario Golf, and then some of them have
Okay.
different titles, like subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Like for example,
sure
Mario Golf World Tour, the one that came out.
Because my thought is like, is there a Super Golf Bros?
No, there's not.
There might be.
All right. Who wants to take a guess first?
I'll say 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay.
I can't say the same answer as somebody. Because I'm pretty sure I can know his name.
You can say the same answer.
It's this one. There is a one for the N64. There was one for Toadstool Tour was in GameCube.
Mhm.
I think there was one on the Wii or Wii U, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think there's 4. I think that's it. So I'm gonna say 4.
Okay, well, nobody was right. Everybody was
It's
wrong by
5,
exactly
isn't it?
1. Yeah, it's 5.
damn it.
That helped.
No. Don't worry. I came up with the second question. Just to recap, though, there are 5 Mario Golf games.
Officially the best.
The one for 64. There was the one for the Game Boy Color, both of which were just titled Mario Golf.
There's a Game Boy Color.
And then there was there was GameCube.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one I missed too. Because I knew Toadstool Tour.
And there was Mario Golf Advance Tour for the Game Boy Advance, and then there's Mario Golf World Tour for the 3DS.
Mario Golf Advanced Wars.
That'd be great.
I'd fucking play shit out of that. You kidding me?
Plum was in one of
All
them.
right. So my follow-up question:
It's Plum.
how many characters were there in Mario Golf 64, the original Mario
God
Golf
damn
game?
it.
How many playable characters were there in total?
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't there? Did you say there was an NES game?
No, I mean
No,
there was.
it
It was
wasn't.
golf, but it wasn't Mario Golf.
There wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Mario Golf.
Um,
How many playable characters were there in the original Mario Golf
I-
for the 64?
10.
I'm gonna say 6 again. I think I. Do you think?
Fuck.
Do you think?
I
It's
think
6?
it's. I know. I think it's. Hold on. Because I think it's the original Mario Party cast.
Oh fuck!
Makes
Is it?
sense. Yeah, which would be 6. And then there's like Plum and like some random fucking
What the
generic
fuck is
dude
Plum?
guy. Yeah. And then it might be 8, but it might
We're
be
taking
10.
way
They
too
have
much
to.
time on these opening questions.
8. 8.
You're saying 8?
I'm gonna be different from Bridge. Yeah.
One of us has to be right.
Nobody was right. The correct
Fuck
answer
me.
was 14.
Fuck
That was
off!
my first guess. Shit.
Ooh.
So that means Dapper's first, April's second, Fisher's third. But
How do you not know Plum, dude? Come on.
she was a
You
trophy
should
in
do, dude.
Super Smash Brothers. No, so the original
Ooh,
cast is
Mario
Plum, Charlie, Princess Peach, Baby Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Sunny, Wario, Harry, Mario, Maple, Donkey Kong, Bowser.
Man, there were more randoms. There were more
Yeah,
randoms
there's more
than I
randoms.
thought. I thought there were like 2
Three,
randoms.
I also didn't
There's
Four.
5. There's 5 fucking human
Five?
characters.
I thought there would be
Who is Sunny?
10. I thought
They're not Mario characters. They're literally just generic
They're
people.
generic people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are a number of. I thought there were 4. I guess there were 5, but there's a number of just generic looking golfers that you can play as.
Anyways, so
I googled Plum and I can't believe it. She's actually a trophy in fucking.
yeah, that's what I said. She's a trophy in
Yeah.
Smash Bros.
That also activated my OK Google,
Okay.
and it thinks I want to talk about Rayman.
Anyways, so we have our order. I'm gonna give you guys the rundown of the topics, and then we can go from there. So we've got Epic Games acquired Psyonix this week, which means that they now own Rocket League. However, they have announced that they're keeping the game on Steam. Microsoft says that Notch is not invited to the Minecraft celebration that's coming out this week, or soon. The Nintendo Switch Online service now has nearly 10 million users. This is a gamesindustry.biz article basically on like why making games in San Francisco is so incredibly difficult and expensive, but why so many people do it. There's an article on a custom Dreamcast that can play Rage 2, a console that came out in 1999 that can now play a game from 20 years later.
But it's not actually a dream.
Well, spoiler alert. Microsoft released a list of official acceptable trash talk, which is pretty cute. There's a
Kawaii. It's pretty kawaii.
it's kawaii, yeah. There's the Borderlands 3 blowout that we just had this week. Actually, yesterday, I believe it was. Kojima and Norman Reedus hung out at the Tribeca Films Festival and held a panel, and they said some pretty funny shit about Death Stranding.
And my Twitter blew the fuck up constantly for 7 hours.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie trailer dropped. That was pretty wild. And as a fun little conversation piece, could we see another publisher take a panel spot at E3, a conference spot at E3? And who would that be? So Dapper, you're first up. What would you like to talk about?
Do it.
Alright, I am going to start us off with discussing Microsoft's slow removal of Notch
All right.
from any references to Minecraft at all.
All right. You have 2 minutes on the clock. Actually, I'm going to cut it down to 1.5 this week.
Alright.
You got it. Take it away.
All right. Kudos to you, Microsoft. I actually really respect this decision. I think the decision to basically, now that Microsoft has control of the game and the franchise, to basically try and pretend Notch exists as little as possible, because, spoiler alert, Notch is a fucking douchebag. For those who don't know, the reason Microsoft is doing that is because Notch has come out and said a bunch of horrendously ignorant shit, especially some very transphobic comments and such on his Twitter. And I really like that, this is the kind of thing that enrages a lot of gamers who are going to start bitching about social justice warriors and political correctness. And I'm glad that Microsoft isn't going to cave to those people, and they're going to stick to the fact that Notch is a douche, and they don't want Notch to be associated with this game that's supposed to be open to everyone, and supposed to be a very inviting and cooperative experience. So, even though Notch created it, screw him. You don't get to... We don't have to remember you fondly just for creating the game because you're an asshat. So thank you, Microsoft. I respect sticking to your guns.
Fair. All right.
Let me chime in.
I also want to chime in with a joke.
Oh.
But you go first, and then I'll go
Okay, yeah,
after
if you guys want to make a quick
Mine will
joke.
tie in with my topic.
Sure.
Fun fact, because he is from, I believe, Sweden. Minecraft's actually a translation error. He wanted to call the game Mein Kampf.
Okay, that was a good joke. And Apol, give us
the reason I can tie this into my topic. I'm going to choose the Microsoft's trying to tell me how to trash talk.
Okay.
So they could have left references to Notch and say, "Hey guys, you suck at the game, but at least you're not fucking Notch." And then that way you wouldn't have to be, racist or like transphobic. You just reference somebody who is that, and then it takes care of itself. So there we go. Like you just say, "Well, you're a piece of shit, but you're not Notch." Like, come on, man. Like there you go. Microsoft, I already did your work for you, but it's just odd. That's the topic I'm taking, is Microsoft trying to tell me how to play their games. It's ironic because you could trash talk Microsoft and, hey, make a good single player, and somebody would give a fuck about, but you could give it right back at them. But I just think it's ironic. They're very specific in this article. Hopefully, I don't know if the articles get listed, but a lot of the ones they list here are just like obvious ones, right? But they just take out like the racial slur. So it's like, wow, racial slur, you suck at this game. But their correction one is, you suck at this game. Like we get it. But there's a severe, somebody mentioned this in the comments, but I'm gonna actually quote Mr. Ghost lol. Good reference, buddy.
Doing God's work out here.
You're doing God's work. You need references to your opponent's mom. Like, if you're gonna shit talk somebody in a Microsoft game, you need mom jokes in there or something like that. That's still in there. You're good.
It does talk about KD ratios, which is about 12 years outdate at this point, but
yeah, KDA ratios. Unless you're playing, I guess like Overwatch or something like that. But that's, if you type in GG Easy, it'll replace your thing for you and say like, my mommy won't let me stay up late tonight or something like that. Or I should be counting my ABCs. More people need to do that, by the way. So if you type in like
I do love that feature.
If you type in a bad thing, like it's just an automatic like response,
that
like,
is
or something
very funny.
like that. Like, I'm not supposed to be up late, but Dad says I gotta go to bed before he does something to me, and then they leave out what that is. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
One of them is like, "Mom, 5 more minutes. Oops, mistel."
But yeah,
which is hilarious because it implies your mom is also using Blizzard Battle.net.
It's just random that Microsoft is just choosing this point to do this when, like I said, a lot of the time I don't even think many people. I don't know, unless you're like when you're gaming online, I don't think many people like trash talk 1v1 as much as they used to.
Not unless you're playing like fighting games.
Yeah, it's like very archaic. So, and if you're talking about like, I don't know, I think a lot of it is more trash talking your teammates rather than your opponents now. Which, by all means,
yeah,
flame
so
your
much better.
teammates.
So much
Go
better.
Yeah. But that's just what I wanted to go off of.
Fisher, what are you picking from the list?
I'm gonna talk about the Rage 2 Dreamcast.
Oh heck yeah! All right.
Because hey, folks developing Rage, why? And more importantly, what? Like, is this literally how desperate this marketing campaign has become? Where it's like, we have no ideas.
Hey man,
let's literally
we're talking
just
about
throw
Rage
things at
2.
the wall. Yeah, I know. Let's throw things at the wall and see if we can get like a mention on Polygon or whatever. Like I don't care about this. I think it's kind of interesting that like it's like a cool retrograding thing, but like this is a corporate company saying that rather than showing you something cool or like doing something like new with our IP, here's a derelict old failure console. Try and win it.
Yeah.
Also pay attention to us.
Also, I think in the article it's like yeah, the Dreamcast is just a computer that looks like a Dreamcast, but it's made of parts that cost $590.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, so you spent that much time and money researching developing a prize giveaway that you're going to give to like a few people, and then instead of making your game better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, show me that like we've been working on the game. We're doing stuff. Not that. Hey, we had an R&D team work on shoving a computer into a Dreamcast just so you can play Rage with a shitty old controller on a shitty old console.
Wait, does it actually work with the
cares
Dreamcast controller?
I assume so. It's got the
That's
plugs.
a good point. Yeah, it has to. Oh my god.
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh.
But no, and like,
But the Dreamcast didn't have two triggers.
Yeah, you make a very good point. Like, if it is just that with a like Xbox controller or whatever PS4 controller, that's not even a thing. Then you just put a PlayStation 4 inside a Dreamcast box. That's even worse.
Yep.
This is bad and dumb, and I hate it.
And it can only play Rage 2.
Hey, Fisher, don't worry. There's a whole community. It's called the gaming community. You can join it. All you have to do is put your Rage online on a Reddit format, and you're good.
True. I am peak gamer Rage.
You're fear-mongering against this.
And I would argue the only way to play a Rage 2 is with peak gamer Rage.
Exactly.
What's the point of a Dreamcast if it can't play Power Stone 2?
Amen to that.
Like, why,
That's
why,
fucking
like,
into
why
that.
even exist? Why even exist if you're not going to bring back Power Stone?
Kaiser brings up an absurdly good point. Can this Dreamcast play other things?
I'm pretty sure it can't. Because it's not,
I mean,
it's not an actual Dreamcast.
Yeah, it's a computer.
Yeah.
So, like, can you hook up a monitor to it and use it as a computer? It makes no sense. It's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah,
What a stupid idea.
But it made a good article title. So
It sure did.
My one thing is that this is going to end up. It mentioned in the article that you can buy a Dreamcast for about $200 on eBay. Luckily, this thing will end up on eBay for about $200 about 5 days after somebody gets it.
I mean, the reality is, it's just gonna be like
The reality is
no
no
one
one
gives
gives a shit.
It's just gonna be like something you put like in a glass case and have a cool story behind it.
Oh,
No one's even gonna no one's probably even gonna play Rage 2
Yeah,
on it.
but then your wife makes you move it out of your living room into your gamer den.
Damn it, Sharon! Let me have this one.
All right, let's go on to something else. I'm gonna go. We'll loop it back around. Dapper, you get next pick again.
All right, All right, boys. Let's talk about turning video games into movies.
Oh.
Because we got a full-length Sonic trailer, and it was horrifying.
All right, take it away.
Alright, so, as I just said, they released the first full trailer for the Sonic movie, and there was pretty much a unanimous response of, holy shit, that Sonic design is abysmal. And we kind of already knew this, because we had some screenshots of it, but man, just seeing it moving around, just demonstrates how horrifying of a design choice it is. I mean, like, Jim Carrey aside, because there's some potential for that to be kind of funny. Jim Carrey is Dr. Robotnik. There's probably some chance for humor there, but like, why did they what was the reasoning behind designing Sonic to be so horrifying? The character is known for a large head, large white gloves, and large shoes. It's like he has these big outside, like, bulky parts of him to a very like streamlined body. That's how he looks. And then there's this weird, horrid looking eldritch monstrosity that they put together with like almost none of the features outside of the color and the shape that even remind you of the original Sonic. Like, if you're going to adapt something, try and figure out what people liked about it. before you just like think you can make a cash cow. Because we all know if you're going to turn a video game into a movie and you just want to make a cash cow, it's going to be a shitty movie.
Yeah.
We have lots and lots of examples.
My main question is like, who is this movie actually for? Because it seems like it was like trying to play on like the jokes and the memes of Sonic, because it literally started with him just looking into the camera and saying "Gotta go fast," but like, no, dog, no, and like.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But it's not for kids either, because it just looks dumb.
If you're going for the nostalgia crowd, make it look like the.
I will say, there was a great bit where, like, on screen it said every story must have its genesis, and I was like, okay, that was a good joke.
Oh, yeah,
I appreciate that joke. I appreciate that joke.
Yeah. Congratulations, you got one pun.
Yep.
So I'm gonna jump in. If you're done, I don't know if you.
Yeah.
Are.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got nothing more to say besides this. Actually, I do want to add that apparently change.
Apparently what?
But they are going to try and change Sonic's design.
Yeah.
In the 6 months before the movie comes out. So.
Yeah. That ain't okay. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I know. But
it sounds like those video editors gotta move fast.
Hashtag gotta fix fast.
Video editors can't fix CGI. I'll tell you that real quick.
Alright, 8-Ball, take it away.
So everybody's naturally gonna bash design, and I guess rightfully so. There's two quick notes I want to add that would really hinder this movie. One, and probably the most obvious, is it's directly comparable with another game movie that is coming out, and like everybody's like, well, this thing's already better. So it already looks worse in that regard for Detective Pikachu. That's really unfortunate timing on their part. I don't know if the time frame would have mattered or not, but you already directly compared to that. The second thing I want to bring up is, of all the movie characters or whatnot to do for video games, the reason that a lot of them, or some of them, fail, or the ones that are good, Prince of Persia is pretty decent, Warcraft did alright, Detective Pikachu looks to be on the right track. We don't know; it's not out yet. Obviously.
Warcraft was all right. That's a generous. I
didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Box office disagrees.
But in comparison to other maybe video game movies, Mario and Luigi or whatnot, or Mortal Kombat, we'll use those two as an example. If the game itself has a very good foundation for story, Detective Pikachu is literally using the exact game as a reference point or something like that. Sonic, it doesn't have that. What are you going to use? Sonic Boom, Sonic 06 or something like that? Like, I don't know.
The masterclass in storytelling that is Sonic 06.
Yeah,
or Sonic Boom.
Exactly,
yeah.
But like if you're using a Sonic game or in Mario and Luigi back in the 90s, that's one of my childhood movies. They didn't use a story from the game.
No.
They just were like, oh, these characters would be great. So like the movie's doomed to fail in that regard. Whether or not the design sucks, which you could pile it on there, they just didn't have a story for it. What is he gonna do? Just fucking run around and just Dr. Robotnik's doing shit? Like, why would you even make that movie? Just have a point.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with this, but it was revealed that Sega, I think, was like 30% under what their projected earnings were, like, which is a huge dip. So basically, I think that it was an article I chose not to use for this week, but they basically like, we're gonna work on existing IPs and like not try to create new stuff anymore for a while.
Two quick points. Well, one quick point, then one I wanted to actually ask a question. One, maybe Sega just hates its fans so much to simply exist to punish them. we should consider that as a plausible possibility.
They do act like it.
And what I want to ask, just everyone's opinion, better or worse than the Super Mario Bros. Movie? What do we think?
Fuck you, that movie's amazing.
Okay. Dude.
You're factually incorrect on that.
First of all,
everyone who made that movie admits they hate that movie.
I've seen that movie more times than all of you combined.
How many times have you seen it?
A lot. Yeah.
I've seen it 4 times.
I've probably seen it like 8 or like 10 times.
You disgust me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually have seen it like 4 times though as well.
I've seen it exactly 4 times.
I've seen it more than twice.
So much I can reference lines and when they're gonna fucking happen. But that movie is terrible, and it ruined it ruined a lot. Even the guy, forgive me if the name passes me, like wanted to kill himself.
Oh yeah, no, it was actually really fucked up.
It was
Yeah,
really
was
messed
it
up.
was it the guy who played Bowser, or was it
I think it's John Leguizamo.
John
Yeah,
Leguizamo.
Was it John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
Who
No,
looks like
passed
I
away.
hate.
Mario, the guy.
Leguizamo's not.
Leguizamo is Luigi.
Yeah.
It's Bob something.
Who played Mario?
Yeah, like literally, it was like this had like the worst directors ever.
Yeah.
So like, the director was like a married couple, and they were like foreign, and they were like, that movie is talk about poor direction. Toad is like a fucking lizard with a harmonica, and it's just fucking stupid.
We're getting bogged down on this.
Okay, hold on. I do want to make one comment.
Oh my
though, 'cause I didn't
fucking
get to chime
god!
in. Fuck off! I didn't get to chime in. I wrote a thesis paper in film school about how the superhero movies of the 80s that were terrible, the comic book movies, and just like everyone was like, these movies will never be good, were eventually replaced by the sleek, hyper-modern, super good ones we have today. And I was like, video games will be the same thing. It's going to come back around. They're going to be good. I was wrong. Oh God, was I wrong?
You were in fact quite wrong. But who knows? Maybe Detective Pikachu will be good. With 1 week away.
Say
1
nice.
week away.
Yeah, the New York premieres tonight.
Yeah. All right. 8-Ball, which topic are you picking?
Man, these are all pretty fucking horrible.
Geez, sorry.
I'm gonna do.
Who picks these things?
That must be Fisher. Gotta Microsoft trash talk that guy. I'm gonna pick the publisher one. Actually, no. I think Fisher will do a better job if he picks that one. I'm not gonna pick that one. I'll pick making games harder in San Francisco. So why do people do it?
San Francisco, okay.
Yeah, I gotta channel my inner Hiro for this one.
Oh no.
So
Okay, take it away.
I don't actually have to do that.
Take it away.
Did you already gave like the synopsis on like what people?
I mean, if you
said
want to like do it as part of your response.
Yeah, where I wanted to go with this is so there's been a lot of news, especially even on this show we bring it up a lot, that gaming industry or whatnot is having a hard time breaking or not being in the news for shitty work environments, and I don't think that's coincidental. I think more and more stories are coming out and that people just have really shitty work environments, but I think I mentioned this on the last show, that is slowly but surely, unfortunately, becoming the norm. You look at Telltale, Rockstar, like ones that haven't been. I guess Telltale has been sunk by it, but Riot stories like their skeletons are coming out of their closets. I think it's becoming the norm, in comparison to say the opposite way, which is Anthem. When Anthem just released its new news, it was maybe not new, but like a month ago, they basically, here's what happened with Anthem, why it went so shitty. And they basically went the complete opposite route with this, is why I wanted to talk about it, is they basically said not enough people working on it in the first place. Which, their reason for their failure was the game was just not supported enough or funded enough. They weren't even playing the game to test it. They had different teams that would come out and like they would play this game and then like, oh man, scrap the flying and mechanic in this game. We got to get rid of it. So they had to re-world design it again. So there's the counterpoint of people aren't working hard enough on it in comparison to like we're killing ourselves or killing our workers or making them work to the death or something like that for over 100-hour work weeks. And I think that's why you're seeing it more and more. You don't want to be another Anthem. Would you rather be the Anthem or the Rockstar game? At least you made a successful game, dying, trying, or Anthem known for making bad fucking games. I think it's a tricky, thin line of this topic I think is interesting. That's why people do it, is I think people would rather be on the winning side of a game rather than the losing side, whether or not their time.
I hear you on that. You've gone to 2 minutes now. I'm just curious what that ties into it being in San Francisco, because that is kind of the crux of the conversation.
I don't have anything about San Francisco. I just wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
You can take away my points.
You know where it is.
Where San Francisco is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's where the Giants play. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you an extra point for that joke. That was funny.
Yeah, but I didn't really have a specific thing for the San Francisco. I just wanted to reference gaming as a whole is slowly but surely. I think more and more, unless it's regulated, that's people kill themselves over these AAA titles, whether they're in San Francisco or not. Which I didn't really try to go that specific route or whatnot, and that's what's happening. That's the common theme now.
Fair. All right, and Fisher, you get to pick the final topic of the day.
April, you wanted me to talk about publishers?
I thought you were going to pick that one. That's
I was most likely going to.
I'm amazed that nobody picked the Epic Games acquiring Psyonix.
Because we already talked about that.
I don't care.
That's fair.
It's staying on Steam, so it's a power play by Epic, but it doesn't have a huge impact.
If you want to talk about it real fast, I can just say like one.
No, I mean, we don't have to.
That to me is a non-article.
Mm.
Like I don't. Of course, it's staying on Steam. Millions probably people already own it on Steam.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rocket League 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
This time it's planes.
All right, Fisher. What topic are you picking?
Really?
All right, so we're going to talk about the Publishers at E3 article by Twinfinite.
Nice.
So Twinfinite has a little article here for us, folks. This is 4 publishers that could fill in for Sony E3 and still bring the heat. Thanks, Andrew McMahon. First up, he has Epic Games. Not going to touch it. We all know people in this thing have very strong opinions about Epic Games. I don't care. I'm fine with it. Kaiser's fine with it. 8-Ball hates it. Pridge?
What?
Do you hate Epic Games, Epic Store? Do you care?
I don't like them, but if they do some work, I'll be fine with it.
Okay. I would like to dedicate my time to talking about the second pick that this gentleman has for who's going to take it away at E3. Ladies and gentlemen, Capcom! The worst company in the world at doing anything correctly.
Whoa.
Konami?
No, Capcom.
I know, that's the
Oh,
point.
yes.
Yeah.
Konami doesn't make video games anymore. What are you talking
got me on
about?
that.
I wonder why.
They just make pachinko machines and somehow make more money. Truly baffling. No, okay, so this he claims that Capcom is going to steal the show at E3. Allow me to explain to you why that's stupid. He name drops Resi 7 and Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter World as like redeeming qualities of Capcom. Monster Hunter World took a full calendar year to port. The PC port was okay, but still fucked up in some regards. The online system in it is absolutely ass backwards and stupid, and there's no end game. The end game content we have been waiting over 2 years now for, and Japan's waiting even longer for. We have seen one trailer of their Snow DLC expansion. At this point, it's too late. I don't care that the game is amazing. At this point, it's simply too late. Capcom doesn't know how monetization works. They don't know how to communicate with their audience. They hype up streams for weeks about Street Fighter and then don't announce the thing they told us they were going to announce. I really hope Capcom gets a full, big, 2-hour meaty conference slot because they are going to crash and burn, and God, I can't wait to watch. He makes a point that someone is going to bring the heat at E3 this year. Someone's going to, and by that I mean E3 press conferences are now going to be firmly cemented as 95% shit shows, one person scrapes it out alive. And I'm dying to see, not who scrapes it out alive, how everybody else fails. In fact, the person who scrapes it out alive, you lost E3. This is now a competition to have the worst press conference, because then at least people talk about you.
Mm-hmm. I think my money might be on Bethesda, but we'll see.
If they do the thing they did last year where they plant people in the crowd to fake cheer, yes.
Could be.
That was so...
All right, and right now we've got a tie just to settle this one up between Dapper and Fisher. Okay, let's take that one. Actually, that topic. Each of you, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to give me a publisher who could do a conference at E3 that isn't one of the ones we know about. And
does it have to be one of the big 2-hour ones? Or
no. We can say just would have like a good tight 30 minutes to show us. Whoever would like to take that away first.
I have it if nobody else wants to go first.
Yeah,
Go
take
for
it,
it.
Fisher.
From Software.
Oh.
They are indie darlings. The internet loves them. All they have to do is show DLC for Sekiro, which we all know is coming because Miyazaki already said it was, and maybe like even just like a splash image of Bloodborne 2 or Bloodborne coming to PC would pop the crowd. And they've been working on allegedly Armored Core and a new IP for a couple years now. They definitely have something to show there. That's 4 reveals. Even if one is just a port, people would still call that a "you did good, thank you for coming," and also you're a Japanese company, so
All right, and
as the internet is wont to do.
Dapper, who would you like to see make a splash at E3?
It's just gonna be me standing on stage talking about how E3 is lame, and no one should do shows at E3. And congratulations, Fisher King, on winning this week's episode.
You son of a bitch!
Damn it.
I'm voting it. I don't like E3.
All right, fair. And so with that, this week's winner is the Fisher King, surprising the world.
I can't believe you've done
With
this.
that last-minute pull-away win.
It was a nail biter.
Fisher, are you ready for your minute to win it?
I had something good too, and now it's been lost.
All I had to do was talk about San Francisco, and somebody could have inted for me. Damn it.
Yeah. If you had time, you would have gotten the win.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Well, either way, Fisher, I'm gonna send it to you. The clock starts now.
Go? Okay, cool. Hey, don't support Persona 5 The Royal or Persona 5 Strikers. Fuck Atlas. This company needs to realize that in the year of our Lord 2019, actually, it'll be 2020. When they fucking release this turkey, that you can't take 7 goddamn months to port something anymore. Like, especially when like a decent percent of your audience is over here. If you want to support, if you already own Persona 5, go play it. It's a great game. Don't give them any more money. Fuck them. I hope this fails and they lose money on this deal. This is stupid. That's it. I'm just angry.
All right. That's totally fair. And
The Sonic the Hedgehog movie looks awful.
got him. All right.
Got it.
That's gonna do it for this week of Around the Monitor. Thanks everybody for listening, for watching.
Not the same quality we had last week.
Something like that. But anything to plug this week? 8-Ball, I think you have something to talk about.
Twilight Zone. It's a good show.
I
from
hate you so much.
I like it.
They're remaking it.
They are.
No, don't
I
do
watched-
it. They've already remade it like 6 times.
No, I mean I watched one of the episodes. It was actually really good.
Oh yeah. I've watched Black Mirror too. It's pretty great.
Black Mirror is just someone taking Banksy seriously.
I watched
Black Mirror is horrendously overrated.
One Tree Hill, and it was not bad.
Talk about your goddamn video.
I have a video out, but it's doing all right. I didn't post it to Reddit this time, so no one's
Wait,
claiming
all
that
the views you have are just natural? Did
Yeah.
you do
you go.
any?
I posted it to Facebook. That's it.
Oh
My
man.
friends.
Okay.
You got all
Well,
those followers off that mysteriously edited Fire Emblem video.
Yeah, it was good. Kaiser edited it, so it's pretty solid. People are actually responding to this one much more positively, even though it's not killing on the views, but it's still just
it's only
doing
one
alright.
day. I think it
It's
took
out
over
there.
1 day to get 1,000 on the first one.
Yeah, it's out there, and it's doing a good time, and I've gotten a lot of good compliments on people who don't even watch Fire Emblem, so I'm pretty happy with the results of it. So check it out at Ball on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you like anything, it's more Fire Emblem than normal. So or the other one, this one's more focused. So if you like Fire Emblem at all, you probably might like this one.
This video about Fire Emblem is more about Fire Emblem than the other video about Fire
It's hard to
Emblem.
explain. The other one was more generalized.
Yeah.
I feel like you. So
This one has a lot more in jokes for the Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
fan base.
if you know anything about FE, some of the jokes matter. Like the 313 Archer, no one's gonna know who that is unless you play those games.
Yeah.
So
God
And I
bless the
don't.
God bless the 313
313
Archer.
Archer is
My
great.
boy Lucas.
Hey,
Anyway,
bad
Is that a Fire Emblem?
Bad Bowie.
there is a guy
Bad Bowie,
actually
man.
named Lucas.
Lukas. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, he's he's got red hair, baby.
All right. Anything else to plug from Dapper or Fisher?
I'm gonna plug Jason's video. because it was good. And I hadn't watched any of the news on the new Fire Emblem yet, and now I'm hyped because Jason's video got me hyped. So I'm just gonna plug that.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
You can buy plugs at most sex shops.
Wow. This guy won this week, by the way.
No, I didn't. Prince chose not to win. There's a distinct difference.
In all actuality, I didn't have a good answer to that question no matter what. So even if I was stuck, I didn't have a good
Yeah.
That was my only answer, because I honestly don't think anyone can make an E3
I know, I don't think so.
I don't know nearly as much about different publishers as you do, and I don't like E3, so I was never going to
I
have
thought you were gonna say I don't.
Oh man, well I can't wait. I can't wait till we start
Well, that's
doing our
just true.
E3 coverage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flame E3 super hard. I'm excited for that.
God damn it.
I'm gonna be robbing it up that episode.
You're gonna be, yeah,
No,
you're
Pridge's camera.
gonna be
Pridge's
Hio
camera is like a
anytime we
cutout
talk
of
about
himself.
employment.
Exactly, that's my plan.
Pridge and I are just playing card games the entire time.
God damn it. All right.
But I am playing Yu-Gi-Oh and he's playing Magic.
Oh.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
All right.
Video would be
Fisher, anything to actually plug before we end this?
No, I got them.
All right.
Go watch Jason's video. Fuck off.
Great. All right. Well, until next time, this has been.